All right. Think we should be good to go. Can you guys hear me online virtually over here? Both of your videos are turned off, so Miss Lynn, will you give me a thumbs up? An iPad? I can't see who that is. Okay. Good morning, guys. I'm so excited you're all here. Sometimes just a couple people, so I feel super energized now. And I'm really excited. Let's get started in child's pose. Take your knees out wide and give yourself tons of space to breathe and stretch out. Bring your big toes together at the back of your mat. Press your tailbone down over your heels. Right here, start your Ujjayi breath all the way in through your nose. Fill your lungs all the way. Exhale, release all the air out of your lungs. This is an audible breath. Don't be shy. Breathing's cool here. So breathe all the way in. Fill your lungs up. And sigh all the way out. Take 3 more breaths right here. Reach your hands forward, stretch out. Exhale, press back. Draw your shoulder blades in towards your spine. Press them into your body. Fill your lungs all the way. Last breath. Exhale, press back even deeper. Downward facing dog. Lift your hips up towards the sky and create an inverted V with your body. And walk your dog out. Take whatever movement feels right for you here. Everybody needs something different. Tune into what you need. Draw your outer shins in. Find stillness. Press through the palms of your hands. Fire up the backs of your thighs. Press back. 2 more breaths. If you're holding on in your neck and jaw, just let that go. Ragdoll. Walk your feet up to your hands and come all the way up to the very front of your mat. Reach the crown of your head towards the floor. So elongate your spine all the way down. Tailbone goes towards the sky. Bring a slight bend in your knees, water in your joints. Let's get some audible breath going in here, all the way in and out of your nose. It's really the only thing that'll get you all the way through the practice. 3 more breaths. Ground down through the 4 corners of your feet. Last breath all together. Fill up. Sigh all the way out. Release your hands onto the ground. Toe heel your feet together. And rise up. Tadasana, mountain pose. Reach your hands towards the sky. Take a back bend. Good morning. Bring your hands to heart center. And we'll start our practice with one powerful Om together. Inhale. Tadasana, mountain pose. Reach up, fill your lungs. Exhale, bow forward. Halfway lift to a flat spine. Reach the crown of your head forward and flatten your spine all the way. Like squeeze your shoulder blades in, reach your tailbone back. Fold forward. Halfway lift, big breath in. High plank. Bring your wrists right underneath your shoulders and your heels over your toes. Pull the pit of your belly in and up, like stay tight in your core. Take a big breath in. Exhale, low plank, come to a hover. Squeeze your shoulder blades in, upward facing dog. Reach forward, breathe in. Downward facing dog, press back. Beautiful work. Take a big breath in and sigh it out. Look towards the front of your mat and step or hop forward. Halfway lift, inhale, fold. Tadasana, reach up. 1 big breath, fill your lungs, and fold forward. Halfway lift, high plank. To the low plank, move with your breath. Upward facing dog. Press back, downward facing dog. Breath in, sigh all the way out. Look towards the front of your mat and go there. Halfway lift, fold forward. Tadasana, reach up and go back. Fold forward. Halfway lift, high to low plank. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Look towards the front of your mat, hop forward. Halfway lift, fold. Tadasana, reach up, spark your fingers, and fold forward. Halfway lift, high to low plank. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Move with your breath. Take a big breath in, big breath out. Look towards the front of your mat and hop forward. Halfway lift, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose, switch it up. Draw your big toes together, leave a space right in between your heels. Take your time to set up this first chair pose. So notice where your pelvis is tilting, lift the front of your pelvis towards your nose, and sink your tailbone down even deeper, drop it low, fold forward. Halfway lift, inhale, low plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, warrior one. Ground down through the four corners of both feet. Peel your left hip forward. Square your hips towards the front of the room. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Breathe in. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, warrior one. Rise up, breathe in. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. Spark your fingers. Chaturanga, low plank. Up dog, down dog. Move with your breath, your pace. Look towards the front of your mat and hop forward. Halfway lift, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. One breath, sink really, really deep. Fold forward. Halfway lift, chaturanga, low plank. Upward dog, breathe in. Downward dog, breathe out. Right foot comes forward, warrior one. Rise up, breathe in. Chaturanga, breathe out. Up dog, down dog, you know where to go. Left foot comes forward, warrior one. Rise up, breathe in. Press through the back knife edge of your right foot. Low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Last one, look forward, hop forward, halfway lift, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Sink deep, drive your tailbone towards the ground. Fold forward. Halfway lift, chaturanga, low plank. Up dog to down dog. Right foot comes forward, warrior one. Breathe in, sink deep in your lunge. Chaturanga. Upward facing, big breath in. Downward facing dog. Left foot comes forward, warrior one. Rise up, breathe in. Fill your lungs all the way, low plank. Upward dog, downward dog, and let's just take a moment here. Take a big breath in, fill your lungs all the way. Sigh all the way out. There's the audible breath. All the way in and out, one more time. Sigh, there you go. Lift your right leg up towards the sky, three-legged down dog. So lift your heel all the way towards the sky, flex your toes, bend your knee, open your hip, press your foot towards the sidewall, and just keep pressing open more and more until your foot hits the ground. Flip dog. Reach your hips towards the sky. Drive your belly button up towards the sky, root down through your feet. Big breath in, find your greatest expression. You're almost there at wheel in the back row, so close. High plank. Side plank on the right. So come on to your right wrist and your right ankle. You're doing great. Lift your hips up towards the sky. It's really powerful to drop your bottom knee here if you need to do that. Go where your body needs you to go. Set your gaze at your top hand and lift your top leg. Just go for something new today. Maybe grab your foot. Just go crazy. 2 more breaths to play. Lift your hips up towards the sky. Expand to your fullest expression. High plank. Beautiful work. To low plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up towards the sky, three-legged down dog. Bend your knee, open your hip. When you breathe in, feel each rib separate, feel your hip open up, and then place your foot on the earth. Flip your dog. Root down through your feet, lift your hips up towards the sky, beautiful wheels. Find your greatest expression, come to your edge. 2 more breaths to play here. Last breath all together. High plank. Side plank on the left. Take it to the left wrist and the left ankle. It's really easy for my hips to get lazy here and drop towards my mat, but spark your right hip up towards the sky. Lift up. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. Lift your left leg or your right leg. Last breath. High plank. Slow plank. Upward dog. Downward dog. Let's take a breath in. Stick out your tongue, side out. 1 more, just like that. Breathe in. Breathe out. Look towards the front of your mat. Hop forward. Halfway lift. Fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. Be intentional with this chair pose. After a few, can seem mundane, but be intentional here. Squeeze everything in towards your midline and then sink even deeper. Big breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, crescent lunge. All 10 toes face the front of the room. Stay up on your back toes. And fire up your back left thigh. Press it up towards the sky. Lift your hips up. Breathe in. Bring your hands to heart center and twist to the right. Bring your left elbow to your right knee. And reach the crown of your head forward, so a long straight line in your spine. And expand wherever you're ready. Open your arms, go for a bind. Take your top shoulder back. Go back. Inhale, breathe in, reach up. Exhale, twist deeper. 1 more, just like that. Breathe in. Exhale, go deeper. Warrior 2. Spin your back heel onto the ground. Press your right knee out towards your pinky toe. Open up here. Set your gaze right over your middle finger. Extended side angle. Bring your right fingers to the earth or block. Reach your left hand towards the sky. Set your gaze there. And this isn't just kind of throwing your hand up in the air. Take your whole side body and twist open. Your hips, your shoulders, open up. Go back. Inhale, reach up, spark your fingers. Exhale, take it back deeper. 1 more time. Breathe in. Exhale, go back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Beautiful. I love twists. They're my favorite. Take a breath in. Sigh all the way out. Step your left leg forward. Crescent lunge. Ground down through the 4 corners of your standing foot. Reach up through the crown of your head. Bring your hands heart center and twist to the left. Your right elbow onto your left knee. And keep your hips squared. Twist right at your thoracic spine, right in between your shoulder blades. Go deeper. And open your arms whenever you're ready. Set your gaze up at your top hand and go back. Like if you fall out, the ground's right there. It's all good. Find your edge. Go deeper. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, go back. Last one. Warrior 2. Spin your heel around to the floor. Sink deep in your lunge. Press your left knee out towards your pinky toe. Open up. Extended side angle. Bring your left hand to the earth or a block. Set your gaze up at your right hand. On your inhale, reach up. Exhale, take your shoulder back even deeper. Open up your hip, your heart. Maybe take a bind. Reach your hand behind your back. Last breath. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Sigh all the way out. Look towards the front of your mat and hop forward. Halfway lift. Fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. We meet again. Bring your knees together. Squeeze your legs together like they're one big leg. Lift the front of your pelvis up towards your nose. Take your tailbone even deeper. Bring your hands to heart center and twist to the right. Left elbow onto your right knee. Glance down at your knees and see if one is popping out in front of the other. That indicates if your hips are square. So square your knees, square your hips, and then twist even deeper. Take it to your absolute edge. Open your arms. Set your gaze up your top hand. Open your eyes. Stay present here with me and go back. Find your absolute edge. Ragdoll. Take your feet out nice and wide. Reach your tailbone all the way up towards the sky. I clench my jaw a lot in this pose, not sure why, so if you're like me, let it go. Just shake out your neck and head and jaw. Draw your outer shins in, remain active here. 2 more breaths. Hook your peace fingers onto your big toes and take a halfway lift. Breathe in, bend your knees, fold forward. Halfway lift, flatten your spine, reach forward with the crown of your head and fold forward. 1 more, halfway lift, breathe in, fold. Release your toes, toe heel your feet together and rise up. Utkatasana, chair pose. Draw the pit of your belly in and up, sink deep. Bring your hands to heart center and twist left. You can hook your elbow onto your knee. Glance down at your knees, square your hips. Safe alignment is very important for joints. And then take it deeper, whatever that looks like for you. Open your hands, take a bind, like your hand behind your back. All kinds of options. Don't be afraid to get messy. Just go for it. 2 more breaths. Where can you take it even deeper? Go back. Ragdoll. Beautiful breath, guys. Pull the pit of your belly in and up and just let your each vertebrae separate. Just fold over your thighs. You can bend your legs a lot here. Gorilla. Take your hands right underneath of your feet. See if you can get your toes all the way up to your wrist creases. And then the second goal, which is super fun, is to take all the weight out of your heels. Put all the weight on your toes onto your hands. You totally can, I'll catch you. And just release your head and neck. So once again, I get really tense here, just melt towards the earth. Breathe in, halfway lift, fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, melt forward. Last one, halfway lift, breathe in, fold forward. Okay, that breath was in unison, that was awesome. Release your hands, toe heel your feet together, halfway lift. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, press back. Take a big breath in and out, reset. Press your hands into the ground, feel the earth support you right underneath your hands, press down, and then walk your feet forward for crow pose. Plug your knees into the backs of your triceps. And maybe you just get 1 big toe off the earth today, like that's totally fine. Maybe you're seasoned. Oh, look at this crow pose. Bring your toes together. Beautiful work. Set your gaze right in front of your hands. Breathe in. Chaturanga. Shoot back. That's your next challenge, Megan and Lonnie. Just shoot right back from chaturanga. Let's go 1 more time for crow pose. Root down into the earth and fly. Whatever that looks like for you. Slow, steady breath. 2 more. Find stillness, draw everything in towards your midline. Chaturanga. Perfect, that was awesome. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. My biceps aren't as big as yours, so I can't do that. Look towards the front of your mat and hop forward. Halfway lift, fold. One more halfway lift, breathe in, fold forward. Rise up, Utkatasana. Sometimes I get mad when I hear this pose. I'm like, okay, we've done this, move on. Just find gratitude here. Set up for eagle on the right. So right leg wraps over and right arm wraps under. There's lots of hand options. If that's hard on your shoulders, let me know. Squeeze everything in towards your midline. Bring your elbows up to shoulder height so you have space to breathe. Sink your hips down even lower. We'll be here for 5 more breaths. So find stillness, set your gaze. Breathe in through your nose, all the way out through your nose. Release, shake it out, do a little jig. And then come into eagle on the left. So come into Utkatasana first and then wrap it on up. Left leg over and your left arm under this time. Lift the front of your pelvis up towards your nose. Tilt your pelvis literally up and then sink your tailbone down. Three more breaths. Find stillness. Ground down through your big toe mound. Last breath all together. Breathe in. Exhale, release. Shake it out. Come into Tadasana. Root your feet in towards the earth. Lift your hands towards the sky. Standing leg raise on the right. Lift your right knee to hip height. Rest one hand on your leg, other hand on your hip. And then open up. Foot goes towards the right side. Your left hand, set your gaze there. Over at your left thumb. Ground down through your feet, like you're glued to the floor. Press down. Come back to midline and shoot back for airplane. Drive your heel towards the back of the room. And reach the crown of your head towards the front of the room. Hands go on either side of your hips. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift up. Keep your chest above your hips. Press through your heel. Press back. Last breath all the way in. Half moon. Bring your left hand towards the earth or block. Reach your right hand towards the sky. After all that talk we had about the block. Set your gaze up at your top hand and stack your hip on top of your other hip, your right hip on top of left. Open all the way up, go back. Last breath. Maybe grab your foot. What's your fullest expression? Beautiful. Lift up, ragdoll. That was spontaneous, I like it. Bend your knees and let it all go. Sometimes I feel myself like judging myself if I fall out of a pose, like, oh, how'd you let that happen, Megan? Get it together. But it's all good. Just let it go. Breathe in, breathe out. Release your hands. Toe heel your feet together. Tadasana. Reach your hands towards the sky. Take a back bend. Go all the way back. Standing leg raise on the left. Bring your left knee to hip height. Flex your toes towards your face. And open up. Set your gaze over at your right thumb. And reach up through the crown of your head. Get long and tall. Squeeze everything in towards your midline. Come back to center and shoot back. Airplane. Beautiful work. Slow and controlled. Draw your shoulder blades towards your spine. Press them into your body. Reach the crown of your head forward. 2 more breaths. Where can you take it deeper? Half moon. Right hand towards the earth or a block. Left hand towards the sky and set your gaze there. Open up. Press down through your standing foot and then express out. Reach up. All of the energy going towards the sky. 2 more breaths. Where can you play? Go crazy, grab your foot. Last breath. Ragdoll. Let it all go. Breathe in and out. Let's take one big breath together. Fill up in through your nose. Exhale. Beautiful. One last breath all together. Breathe in and out. Release your hands. Toe heel your feet together. Tadasana, mountain pose. Rise up, spark your fingers. Tree on the right. Bring your right foot to the inside of your left leg, anywhere but your knee joint. So it can be a kickstand or your calf or all the way up at your thigh, just not your knee. Reach up through the crown of your head. Get long and tall here. And open your arms. Take whatever movement feels right to you. No two trees in nature look the same. 2 more breaths. Maybe go for a back bend. Beautiful. Release your foot towards the earth, shake it out, and come into tree on the left. Left foot goes to the inside of your right leg. Draw your front ribs together and expand through your mid-back. Root through the 4 corners of your feet. And grow whenever you're ready, whatever that looks like to you. If you want your arms out to the side, up in the sky. If you want to go for a back bend or even drop back into wheel, if you want to get real spicy. 2 more breaths. Release, shake it out. Beautiful work. Tadasana, reach up and go back, stretch it out, breathe in, fold forward. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Up dog to down dog, move with your breath. Look towards the front of your mat and hop forward. Halfway lift, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose. We're here again. Drive your hips towards the floor. Take a big breath in. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward, warrior 1. And this is the grounding series. So ground down, like feel the earth beneath you. It's the whole point of these next few poses. Press through the knife edge of your back foot. Warrior 2, open up. Press your front knee out towards your pinky toe. Protects those joints. Breathe in. Go deeper. Straighten your front leg and come forward and down to the outside of your front foot. So your right hand can come to the earth or block. Stack your shoulders one on top of the others. Same with your hips. Stack them. Open up. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. Go back. On your inhale, reach up. Exhale, take it deeper. 2 more times. You got it. Breathe in. Go back. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, twist even deeper. Warrior 2. Come back into your lunge. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Press your knee out towards your pinky toe. Open up. Side facing forward fold. Turn all 10 toes to face the wall over here. Reach your hands up towards the sky and spark your fingers up. Reach up through the crown of your head and then fold forward. Keep length in your spine. We never want compression in the spine, always opening up. Draw your outer shins in. If you know tripod headstand, you can go now. Otherwise, take a halfway lift. Breathe in. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Fill your lungs. Release, sigh it out. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Place your hands on your hips. Squeeze your legs together and slowly rise to standing. Set up for pyramid. Walk your back foot halfway up your mat and turn all 10 toes towards the front of the room. Reach your hands towards the sky and fold forward. Bring your chest towards your thighs. You can bring a slight bend in your front knee, so don't lock out your joints here. We need blood flow. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. Square your hips. Fold. Revolved pyramid. Draw your left hand towards the earth or a block, right hand towards the sky. And I'm just gonna be real honest, if that's okay. This pose pisses me off. I literally get angry when there's revolved pyramid. But it's good to be uncomfortable sometimes. Just find your edge here. Go back even deeper. Root into the floor and then twist deeper. 2 more times, you got it. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, go back. Last time, reach up, breathe in. Take your shoulder back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Beautiful work, guys. I see you virtually too. You guys are crushing it. Breathe in and breathe out. Step your left foot forward. Warrior 1. Sometimes words just don't happen. It's okay. Set your gaze up in between your hands. Sink deep in your lunge. Warrior 2, open up. Stack your shoulders right over your hips. It's all about alignment. Breathe in. Triangle. Come forward and down to the outside of your front foot. Straighten your front leg. Set your gaze up at your top thumb and then go back with your whole right side body. Twist open. Go back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take it deeper. 1 more time. Breathe in, fill up. Exhale, go back. Warrior 2. Set your gaze right over your middle finger. Peel your hips open, go deeper. Side facing forward fold. All your toes turn this way. And take a bind behind your back. You can clasp your hands like this, and then let your hands just rinse over your shoulders. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Press them into your body. Lift your tailbone towards the sky. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold. Halfway lift, fill your lungs. Fold forward. Last one, make it juicy. Halfway lift, breathe all the way in. Exhale, melt over your thighs, release your hands. Slowly come to standing and set up for pyramid. Back foot comes up your mat. And reach your hands towards the sky. You can also take reverse namaste if you want. I'm really bad at it, but make like prayer hands, or you can do it upside down this way. And fold forward, whatever you need. You go where your body tells you to. I just like to give you options. Keep water in your joints. Halfway lift. Fold. Inhale, breathe and fill your lungs. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Fold and go for the twist. So root your right hand into the earth, left hand lifts towards the sky. For me, my heel pops up off the ground here, so root into the ground, lift up, and then go back. Last one, breathe in, reach up, twist deeper. Chaturanga. Upward facing, downward facing dog. Take a breath in, sigh all the way out, reset. One more just like that, breathe in and out. Come into high plank. Squeeze the pit of your belly in and up. Now come into low plank. Hover, squeeze in, high plank. To low plank, drop your knees if you need to. High plank, to low plank, 3 more, you've got it. High plank, breathe in, breathe out. 2 more, up and down at your own pace, you've got this. And release onto the earth, just let it all go. Beautiful work. Reset your breath, reset your mind. Just take quick inventory. Where do you need to reset? Switch cheeks. A few breaths on the other side. Bring your hands on either side of your hips. Set up for locust pose. Squeeze everything in towards your midline. Lift up off the earth. Everything but your hip bones. Lift up like 6 inches higher. Breathe in. Squeeze tighter. Lift up. Release onto the earth. Knees go side to side. And lift right back up. Locust. Squeeze in. Flex your toes towards your face. Drive your heels towards the sky. Lift up. Release onto the earth. Knees go side to side. Whatever movement feels good. Let's go for floor bow. Grasp your ankles. You can grab the inside or outside of your ankles. And lift up. Drive your shins towards the back of the room. Allow your shins to pull your chest open and back. Breathe in. Release onto the earth. Knees go side to side. One more. Bow pose. Grasp your ankles. Press your shins back. Lift up. From your skin to your muscles to your bones. Draw in. And release onto the earth. Beautiful work. Knees go side to side. Plant your hands on either side of your chest. Come forward. Upward facing dog. Reach your sternum forward. Press down on the tops of your feet. Downward facing dog. Press back. And set up for a bridge pose. So come onto your seat, lay on your back, feet towards the front of the room, head goes towards the mirrored wall. Plant your feet right into the ground and lift your hips towards the sky. No time to waste. Lift up, breathe in. Find your greatest expression. Ground down to rise up. One more breath. Release your hips onto the earth. You can take your knees side to side, or whatever movement feels good. All right, spoiler alert. Let's do 5 back bends. You get to choose 5 wheels, 5 bridges, or a combination of both. Wherever you're going, lift up right now. First one, or second technically, but first out of 5. Lift up for one more big breath. Release onto the earth. Take your knees side to side and come right back up. Bridge or wheel. Drive your hips up towards the sky. Ground down to rise up. One more breath. Release onto the earth. 3 more. You've got this. Go now. Lift up. Draw in to create your fullest expression out. Press down through your palms if you're on wheel. Release chin to chest onto the earth. Then come right back in. Bridge or wheel. Plant your feet into the earth. Lift your belly button towards the sky. Breathe in. Release onto the earth. One more. Let's all go for a wheel. If it's in your practice and you're comfortable, let's go for it. Go now. Lift up. Wheel. I see you virtually. I see some wheels. Get your hips in the air. Lift up from your skin to your muscles, to your bones. Draw in. Release. Supta Baddha Konasana. Beautiful work, guys. Soles of your feet together. Let your knees fall out wide. I think moments when I'm working really, really hard, and putting in a ton of effort, make me appreciate these moments when I'm just laying on the ground. Let's just soak this in. One hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Feel the vitality you've created. 3 more breaths. Happy baby. Grab the inside or outside of your feet and press your knees down towards the earth. Try to keep your sacrum on the ground. That's the goal here. So lengthen your spine. You can rock side to side here. Take whatever movement feels good. A couple more breaths. Release your feet. Press your heels up towards the sky. Hands underneath your hips. And lower your legs 30 degrees. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. Flex your toes. Lower 30 more degrees. Lower all the way down to a hover. And shoot them all the way back up, 90 degrees. Lower 30 degrees. Draw in. Lower 30 more degrees. Lower all the way to a hover. Glance at your piggies and wiggle them. Shoot them all the way back up, 90 degrees. And then drop your right foot. Bend your left knee. For bicycle twist, hands behind your neck. And don't let your knee pass your hip bones. So bring your elbow up towards your knee and then keep switching. Left elbow to right knee and then switch it out and keep switching. Squeeze in through your core like you're biking through soft sand or mud. Like press. Be intentional with your muscles. Keep switching. Keep breathing for 20, 19, 18. Straighten one leg, bend the other. There you go. Keep going. You've got this. Breathe. Keep breathing. You've got this for 10, 9, 8, 7. You've got this. 3, 2, 1. Release onto the earth. Great work. Hands over your head. Point your toes. Stretch all the way out. Big breath. Rock and roll up and down your spine like 2 times. And then we'll land in high boat. So the fullest expression of boat is with your, basically like an upside down, downward dog. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, activate your core, and come to low boat, come to a hover. Squeeze in, high boat, pop up, breathe in, low boat, just a couple more, you got it, high boat. Exhale, low boat, breathe in, high boat, come up, it's a low boat. Last one, high boat, breathe in, it's a low boat. 3, 2, 1, release onto the earth. Draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug for that. Great job. Rock and roll a few times. We'll meet in downward facing dog. You can just pop right into it or vinyasa all the way through. Your practice. You decide. Take 2 breaths here. Lift your right foot towards the sky, bend your knee, open your hip. We're moving into our hip openers, so send your breath there. When you breathe in, open your hip. And then press your foot into the earth. Lift your left leg towards the sky. Switch it out. Breathe in, open your hip. Press your heel out towards the sidewall. Open up. Bring your foot towards the earth and set up for frog. So create right angles with your knees right behind you. You can roll up the sides of your mat if you'd like. So flex your toes towards your face and create right angles with your knees. You can start out on your elbows and then start to walk off of your hands. Perfect, Dave. Beautiful. Any expectation you have of how this should look or feel, just let all that go and just be. Walk your hands forward, breathe in, and exhale, take your tailbone back and down. Pull the pit of your belly in and up, and then press back even deeper. My husband and I work in a business together, and we've been working towards a goal really, really hard in our business, a certain amount of production. And there was times this week where I was literally crying on my back porch because sometimes growth is just painful. Going to new places is challenging and uncharted territory. That's the beautiful part about it. So even here, maybe where you're going is like scary, but just break through that point. Just press past it. Go deeper. We'll be here for 8 more breaths. Right when you feel like you're about to cry and you're like, okay, this is my edge, you can probably even take it deeper. So go there. Go to the place you don't want to go. Four more breaths. Two more breaths. Where can you find your absolute edge? Take it deeper. One breath. You can do anything for one breath. Go back. Come onto your belly. Walk your hands forward. I just like to flail out on the ground for a second, and then we'll meet on our seat, feet out in front of you. Flex your toes up towards your face and bend your knee. Sometimes I even put a block under my knee to remind myself to bend them. And then fold over your thighs. This is a lower back release, so if your legs feel tight, bend your knees even more. Just let each and every vertebrae separate and open up. Halfway lift, breathe in. Reach the crown of your head forward and down. Lengthen your spine. Beautiful. Halfway lift. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Fill up. Go even deeper. Fish. So take your block in between your shoulder blades, or you can come onto your forearms. Either way, let your head fall towards the back of the room. Point your toes towards the front of the room. And take up space here. I just take my hands all the way out to the side. You should be able to breathe and swallow. Two very important things here. If you're clenching your jaw or holding tension in your neck, just let it go. 3 more breaths. Let's take our last breath all together. Breathe in, fill up, sigh all the way out. Come off of your block and set up for an inversion of your choice. So waterfall, you'd place the block underneath your hips, or shoulder stand. Either way, get your hips, or no, get your heels in the sky. Yeah, there we go. And if you're in shoulder stand, go back to plow. Touch the earth behind you with your toes. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. Squeeze in. Stack your hips over your shoulders. And if you're in plow, now go to deaf man's pose. Bend your knees. Draw everything in towards your midline. Find stillness here. Two more breaths. Shoulder or plow. Now to shoulder stand. Make your way all the way down onto your back. Draw your right knee in towards your chest. Extend your left leg. Supine twist. Let your knee fall towards the left side. Set your gaze over at your right thumb. Open up. And let gravity do all the work here, like a magnet pulling you towards the floor. Two more breaths. Come back to midline and switch legs. Draw your left knee in towards your chest, extend your right leg, twist. Go deeper. Use your breath. Come back to midline. Supta Konasana. Soles of your feet together. Let your knees fall out wide. Just take 5 breaths here of gratitude, all that you're capable of. Release everything towards the earth. Even your jaw, facial muscles, just let it all go. Two more breaths. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Squeeze everything in. Flex all your muscles. Like squeeze all together. Squeeze your toes and your hands. Make fists. Squeeze your eyes. Draw everything in like as tight as you can. And release onto the earth. Final rest. Savasana. Come back to normal breathing. Bring movement and life back into your fingers and toes. Make your way onto your right side for fetal posture. Just take a moment here, reset. Acknowledge all the blessings and opportunities and capabilities you have all around you. 2 more breaths all the way in and out. 1 more. Press up into seated. Keep your eyes closed, feet crossed in front of you. Bring your hands to heart center, and we'll finish this class just as we began. 1 powerful together. Inhale. Bring your thumbs to forehead center as we bow together. Namaste. Awesome work. You guys crushed it. It was pretty toasty in here today. So I'm super excited that we have so many virtual classes right now. Basically every class that we teach, there's a virtual option. So that's really cool. There's people I know all the way out in California or wherever, and they need yoga too. They need to feel the MBody love too. We have an awesome community here. So it's only $10 to drop in virtually. And there's also really awesome deals. When you buy like 5 of them together, it's only $40. So if you know anyone that's even out of state or far away, can't make it here at 6 a.m., then they can totally use the virtual link, and we'd love to see them. And then we also have the hands down workshop. So it's a series. And if you like getting upside down, the handstand series is super, super cool. I don't want you to miss out on it because Leah's totally awesome. She has all these things that you can do handstands all over, props. She personalizes drills for you specifically so that like whatever you need for your handstand to stay in the air. There's just something so gratifying about a perfect handstand. You can just stand there for like 5 whole seconds. So she'll definitely get you to that point. I really love that workshop. And if you need anything else, I'm here for you. Have a blessed day. My biggest fan. Bye, Lynn. Have a good day. Oh, she hopped up.